The New Jersey Alliance for Action recognizes the following members and friends who departed during the past year: Judge Peter Barnes, Seth Barton, Edmund Bennett, Edward Barone, Senator Gerald Cardinale, John Clark, Dr. Charles R. Dees, Jr., Dick Dooling, Raymond J. Donovan, Assembly Speaker Nicholas R. Felice, Lawrence French, Thomas Gilmore, Christopher Hamler, Bernard Hartnett, Assemblyman Robert P. Hollenbeck, Sr., Arthur E. Imperator, Sr., Steve Califer, Marilyn Lennon, Assemblyman McEnroe, Joseph P. Mealy, Assemblyman Jack Rafferty, Marvin Reed, Thomas J. Sperling, John Tallarico, Richard Trumka, Blanquita Valenti, Joe Walsh, Nancy Wittenberg, and Henry Zubek. Welcome to the New Jersey Alliance for Action's 2021 Eagle Award celebration, one of the most anticipated and prestigious events in our state. Today's honorees have been chosen for their outstanding contributions toward improving New Jersey's economy and quality of life. This year's recipients are New Jersey Department of Transportation Commissioner Diane Gutierrez-Scaccetti, Bill Sproule, Executive Secretary-Treasurer, Eastern Atlantic States Regional Council of Carpenters, Dr. Stephen Boswell, President and Chief Executive Officer, Boswell Engineering, Cheryl Norton, Executive Vice President and COO, American Water. The New Jersey Windport, accepting on behalf of the New Jersey Windport, Tim Sullivan, CEO of the New Jersey Economic Development Authority. And Tom Farino, CEO, Farino & Sons, Incorporated. Funding for today's Eagle Award celebration has been provided by Atlantic City Electric, an Exelon company, Boswell Engineering, engineering excellence since 1924, Connell Foley, a tradition of legal excellence since 1938. The Eastern Atlantic States Regional Council of Carpenters is part of the United Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners of America and is made up of over 41,000 highly skilled men and women living in Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C., Virginia, West Virginia, and Puerto Rico. Enbridge, life takes energy. Farino & Sons Incorporated, safety, quality, productivity. GPI, is a nationally recognized engineering firm that has been working to better our communities by providing high-quality engineering and construction services for over 50 years. Lantier Construction Company, New Jersey's full-service natural gas construction company for over 20 years. M&J Engineering, innovative and state-of-the-art solutions. Marsh is the world's leading insurance broker and risk advisor. Marsh protects and promotes possibility for businesses by providing holistic views of risk and creative solutions to manage it. Marsh provides insurance broking, risk consulting, claims advocacy services, and advanced analytics to help clients grow and thrive. New Jersey American Water. We keep life flowing. The New Jersey Heavy and General Construction Laborers District Council, a statewide construction organization building a better New Jersey. Tony Oliveira, business manager, and Anthony Capazio, president. New Jersey Lesset, building a better New Jersey and union construction industry through labor management cooperation. New Jersey Natural Gas, providing safe, reliable natural gas service for over 60 years. Orsted congratulates tonight's honorees for their work in supporting New Jersey's economy. PSE&G, PSE&G, we make things work for you. Rise, Light and Power, lighting our future. STV, we focus on what matters most: client satisfaction, quality, and innovative thinking. At STV, performance matters. TBA Inc., a leading strategic planning and lobbying firm, led by founder and CEO Tonio Burgos, building results-driven solutions for private and public sector clients. And Shamrock Communications, New Jersey's leading digital video production company. Hi everyone, I'm Alliance for Action President Jerry Keenan. Thanks for joining us for today's virtual Eagle Award celebration. This afternoon we'll recognize our honorees for their outstanding contributions to the state's economy, environment, and quality of life. Today we're joined by a virtual who's who of utility, engineering, contracting, labor, healthcare, higher education, government, and other New Jersey leaders. It's no wonder that the Eagle Awards has been recognized as one of New Jersey's top 10 networking events. I hope you got a chance to speak with as many of our guests as possible, as well as our awardees, before we started our program. And just remember, we'll open up the room for additional networking when our ceremony is complete. You know, since the early days of the Alliance for Action, back in the 1970s, the Eagle Awards has given us a chance to pay tribute to the people and organizations that create jobs and make New Jersey a better place to live, work, and visit. That hasn't changed this year. Today we'll honor a woman who's dedicated her career to helping people live healthy lives by providing clean, efficient, and reliable water service, and to providing that service to more than 2.7 million New Jersey residents. The CEO of a nearly century-old construction and contracting firm in Branchburg, whose dedication to hard work and family has helped the company grow into one of the most respected and successful organizations in New Jersey. The development of a transformative port project that'll create hundreds of union jobs and support up to $500 million in new economic activity within the state and region each year. An engineering and design leader recognized for developing a family business in North Jersey and leading its growth into an international success operating on 4 continents. A New Jersey construction leader representing more than 41,000 unionized workers across 7 states as well as the District of Columbia. And New Jersey's #1 transportation official, a woman whose can-do and team attitude has led to major operational and administrative changes that have created billions of dollars worth of infrastructure investment and changes which protect New Jersey from many of the economic uncertainties we've often faced in the past. For the past 47 years, the Alliance for Action has stood alone as the leading nonpartisan association of business, labor, government, and other New Jersey leaders whose sole mission is to advocate for capital construction and infrastructure improvements for the benefit of all New Jersey citizens. On behalf of the Alliance for Action Board of Directors and our staff, I want to once again thank each of you for joining us. I also want to thank all of our supporters, the people and organizations that have made our past 47 years of work possible. And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank and acknowledge the firms, organizations, and labor groups that have supported the Eagle Awards by placing an ad in our souvenir tribute book. Thank you for making this great day and great event possible. And now, to honor America, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Alliance, in its nearly half-century history, has had the benefit of the counsel and guidance of numerous dedicated government servants, especially those serving in transportation. Today, we're here to honor another in that proud tradition by awarding New Jersey Transportation Commissioner Diane Gutierrez-Scaccetti with the Richard Hale Chairman's Award. Commissioner Gutierrez-Scaccetti is both an implementer, but more importantly, a visionary. The Commissioner has devoted her life to the improvement of transportation in all its modes. It's been both a career and a cause for her because she knows better than anyone else that transportation impacts our lives each and every day. You can say it's the ultimate quality of life issue. The Commissioner rose from the position of contract administrator at the New Jersey Turnpike Authority to become its executive director from 2008 to 2010. She then led Florida's Turnpike through a crucial period in its history before returning in 2018 when Governor Murphy named her New Jersey Transportation Commissioner. She now leads annual capital budgets in excess of $2 billion. So please join me in watching this special tribute to Commissioner Diane Gutierrez-Scaccetti.
Being the commissioner of the New Jersey Department of Transportation it's an awesome responsibility. It's humbling, it's gratifying, some days it's frightening, all those things, because you are responsible for a network of roadways that people rely on daily for so many different reasons. Now, when I lost my job at the Turnpike, I was 52 years old. I always expected to work at the New Jersey Turnpike. My goal in life was to retire from there, and it was devastating. You know, God works in very mysterious ways. He sent me where I needed to be at the time, and he sent me to Florida to learn about DOTs, maybe to prepare me for this job, I don't know, to learn about myself, and to really have friends and folks that just have become family to me. Team building has been something that has been important to me in every position I've had. We've often heard the expression, no man is an island. Well, no project is completed on an island. It's completed by a group of talented individuals from many different walks of life: environmental, design, construction, right-of-way, finance, IT. We're all involved. And so we all need to work together, and we all need to feel important. When I got here, one of the first projects that was up to bat was to replace the bridge deck at 495. This project was going to impact an extraordinarily congested area. New Jersey Transit moves 1,850 buses through the Lincoln Tunnel in a morning rush hour. Literally one of the most difficult areas in the state of New Jersey to work in, a project that went off without a hitch. And it was because a lot of people came together, there was compromise, there was patience, we were going to get in and get out as quickly as we could and as safely as we could, and that's exactly what we did. The Manahawkin Bay Bridges project is in its last contract. This is the final piece that will finish the construction of the new spans. They're beautiful. We were able to keep the, I think it's the string of pearls which was a lighting technique developed a long time ago that lights the bridge that the community loves. We were able to develop a walking park and actually build a peregrine falcon nesting home where they can live safely, and people can stop and walk there. And we have many informative signs where people can read about what the island means to this region of New Jersey. But it probably was the best marriage I've seen in a long time of environmental protection and transportation working together to the good of a community. Building bridges, roads, the widening from interchange 6 to 9 at the Turnpike, that to me was transformational for so many people. Those are all great things, and they'll stand in tribute to transportation for years. But the thing that's most important to me, and the thing that I think God calls me to do, is to also use my talents to help others. And so if I have changed the life of one person, if I have given them the enthusiasm or the spirit to pursue a dream that they have had, that's the professional accomplishment that I hope I've made, even though I may never see it. I'd like to take a moment to thank Jerry Keenan and the staff at New Jersey Alliance for Action for awarding me the Richard Hale Chairman's Award. I don't accept it for myself, but I accept it for all of us in transportation, and I continue to wish the Alliance the very best as we work together moving forward in New Jersey.
As this state and nation prepares for perhaps the most critical period of road and bridge infrastructure, mass transit, and other critical improvements in the past 70 years, Commissioner Gutierrez-Scaccetti is taking her lifetime of experience and putting it to the test. The state is extremely lucky to have her as the main architect of its transportation future. Simply put, she knows how to make things work. Congratulations to New Jersey Department of Transportation Commissioner Diane Gutierrez-Scaccetti. It's my belief that the most important quality of a leader is to show empathy to those who work for them. And this year's Sigurd Lucassen Labor Award winner has shown great empathy and great leadership for everyone in the Carpenters community and to all those with whom he's worked during his career. Bill Sproule started out as a young apprentice, building the casinos in Atlantic City. That leadership was quickly recognized as he became the shop steward for the game-changing Brigantine Tunnel project. He's shown great leadership at each step of his career, first within his local, then as an organizing director, and then later as a regional manager for New Jersey. His leadership and mentoring has shined through at every step in his journey to Executive Secretary-Treasurer of the Eastern Atlantic States Regional Council of Carpenters. Today, Bill Sproule leads and mentors more than 41,000 carpenters in states from New Jersey to North Carolina. The namesake of the award, Sigurd Lucassen, was a labor leader and a carpenter who truly cared about his workers and about the projects and the people they would impact. Bill Sproule continues to honor that wonderful tradition, and the Alliance for Action is proud to recognize his lifetime body of work with the Sigurd Lucassen Labor Award. So please join me in watching this special video tribute to Eastern Atlantic States Regional Council of Carpenters Executive Secretary-Treasurer Bill Sproule.
I started out very young with the trades, carpentry. Actually started out as a roofer's helper in the summers. And I would work with a company that my uncle had with his father. You know, back in the 1980s when I was growing up, becoming a union tradesman was an extremely coveted job, and it was very difficult to get into the apprentice programs. It actually took me 2.5 years applying in 3 different areas until it finally panned out in 1989. I'm so happy that I did get into the apprenticeship program, and it's taken me to places that I never would have imagined. Now today, the regional council that I oversee actually consists of 6 states, Washington, D.C., as well as the District of Columbia, and we just recently obtained Puerto Rico last year. At times it can be very difficult overseeing and managing a very large regional council like the one that we have here in Eastern Atlantic States. Over 40,000 members. I find myself having to devote my time in silos based on what's happening and what priorities we have as far as meetings and things of that nature. And I pride myself on surrounding myself with a great team of very hardworking, intelligent people to help manage such a big operation. And what's very unique about modern times now is we have open enrollment. And if we have the job opportunities for people, and people are dedicated, willing to work hard, and willing to learn, we can take in as many applicants as we want. The training process is key to trying to have uniformity throughout all the regions, and that's one of our goals and objectives. Developing pre-apprenticeship programs is something that we've been striving and doing well with. That'll allow people that aren't so familiar with the trade to have an opportunity and help with our diversity and help minorities and female applicants get into the program and become interested in carpentry. The biggest new industry that we're preparing for happens to be offshore wind and renewable energy. We are starting to prepare. Our dock builders and our pile drivers are going to play a significant role in that work, as well as our Millwright Regional Council and several other trades. This is going to be a new industry for New Jersey, and the manufacturing side of that is also going to produce a lot of land-based jobs for our members as well as the other trades. Going through the entire process, starting in the beginning, as well as being a first-generation carpenter, has helped me see every aspect of our business, from the training, learning multiple different disciplines within carpentry, and then working with the tools through good times, through the boom times, and through the bad years. The experience that I've had in the United Brotherhood of Carpenters, I think, has prepared me for the task that I have now overseeing the Eastern Atlantic States Regional Council. I'd really like to thank the Alliance for Action for considering me for the Sigurd Lucassen Award. Sig Lucassen happened to be the general president when I was initiated in the Carpenters in 1989. He also was instrumental on advancing the training programs here in New Jersey, as well as a co-founder of the Alliance for Action. So I'd really like to thank Alliance for Action, and I want to wish all the attendees well, and I hope you have a healthy and happy holiday season.
Bill, it's an honor to know you for all these years, and it's great to see a New Jersey guy become the leader that you are. So congratulations. Our next award, the Dr. John L. Buzzi Engineering Excellence Award, is presented in honor of Dr. Stephen Boswell of Boswell Engineering. Steve Boswell is not only known for his wit, but for his terrific leadership in shaping a family business that started 4 generations ago and now operates on 4 continents. He's recognized by his peers as a design and engineering thought leader. Steve has made Boswell Engineering a company that is equally proficient working on a college campus, designing a power station, working on the Turnpike or the Garden State Parkway, doing underwater utility work, or designing water systems. His leadership is inspiring, and it's helped Boswell Engineering win so many awards that it's nearly impossible to name them all. If you live, work, travel, or play in New Jersey, you've probably seen and certainly benefited from the work of Boswell Engineering. Let's learn more about Steve, his leadership, and his career in this special video.
We're almost 100 years old. We were founded in 1924. Companies don't have a right to exist. They have to exist only by providing the services they say they provide. And I'm very proud of the fact that we've not only survived for nearly 100 years, but we've actually thrived. All the generations of Boswells who have managed the company have tried to manage by treating people properly and then treating them like family, and they in turn respond like good family members. Hire the right people first, treat them properly, and there's no reason they shouldn't spend their whole career with you. And we've been very successful with that. The village of Richfield Park has only had a village engineer named Boswell. My grandfather was the village engineer, then my father, then my late brother, then me. And I think that kind of continuity says that our clients feel that we're serving them well. Quality is a mantra to us. It's what we care about. But we have 5-level signature review for any plans and specifications. It has to be signed off by the design engineer, by the department head, by the project manager. It has a constructability review, and then I sign off on it. Because we believe people will judge us on every single piece of paper that comes out of our office, and we strive for perfection. Personally, my proudest moment was when my daughter became the first fourth-generation licensed professional engineer in the state of New Jersey. In terms of large clients, the two biggest roadways in New Jersey, of course, the New Jersey Turnpike and the Garden State Parkway, we're proud of the fact that we have been involved from day one on both of those roadways, and till today we are still working for them. Our business is 99% repeat business. I think that's the highest compliment we can be paid. I think it's the best testimony to the quality of the work that we produce. Fortunately, we're in the infrastructure business, and there's a general push in this country to improve the infrastructure. If there's money available for highways, we've got the highway people. If there's money available for sewer and water, we've got those people. So we've been able to do pretty well. The biggest change in the engineering business, of course, is computers. When I first started in this business, it would take you hours to do a single calculation. You now do tens of thousands of calculations in seconds. And so it allows us to be more quality oriented, I believe, because the chance of making errors goes down, the chance of checking goes up, and it also allows for more productivity. We're fanatics about education. We're a technology company, although I still think we're a human company. I really believe it's all about relationships and how people interact, but you have to have the tools, and we strive to have the cutting-edge tools. I don't think there's a piece of good software, whether it be for hydraulics, whether it be for structures, whether it be for highway design, that we don't have. And I'm both honored and humbled to receive this award. Some of the past recipients are people that I have a tremendous amount of respect for. So being in their company is a compliment to me. But I'd just like to say I don't think it's an award for me. It's an award for all the employees of Boswell Engineering. The hundreds of people, both current employees and past employees, are the ones that have made us what we are. And I thank all of them, as well as the Alliance, for this award. And I kind of dedicate this award to all of our employees.
Dr. John Buzzi was one of the earliest supporters of the Alliance for Action and a design trailblazer in his own era. Steve Boswell and Boswell Engineering continue the tradition of design and engineering leadership. We're delighted to present him and his colleagues at Boswell Engineering with the Engineering Excellence Eagle Award of the New Jersey Alliance for Action. I'm so happy to tell you that American Water Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer Cheryl Norton is the winner of our President's Award. Cheryl is the caretaker of over 12 million American Water customers around the country, including more than 2.7 million right here in New Jersey. We all know Cheryl. Before rising to her current position this past spring, Cheryl was president of New Jersey American Water, where she led one of American Water's largest state operations. That leadership included moving forward on a $350 million annual capital plan, expediting infrastructure investment to help build back New Jersey from the economic and health pain caused by COVID, and dedicating her efforts to providing more efficient and more reliable service to New Jersey American Water's customers. Cheryl Norton has had a great career, one that includes being president of Missouri American Water and Kentucky American Water. We're proud to have her here right in New Jersey, where she works at American Water's Camden office. Please join me now in watching this special tribute to Cheryl Norton, this year's recipient of the Alliance for Action's President's Award.
I never dreamed of being an employee of a water utility. I was in college in Southern Illinois at Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville. And to be honest, I was working at Taco Bell and decided I needed another job. So back in the 1980s, I started as a temporary employee doing microbiology research for American Water. So it was the start of a really interesting career. I thought I would only be there for a couple of years till I finished college and then I would move on, but I never did. Infrastructure investment is so vitally important in the water and wastewater business. So much of our infrastructure is underground, so it's kind of out of sight and out of mind, and people don't realize how much of that infrastructure is actually failing. To have a main break is something that we don't ever want to have, but they happen, and they happen every day. And so we want to make sure that the disruption to our customers' lives, the businesses that we serve, is minimized as much as possible. We have a capital program of between $350 and $400 million per year that we spend in the state of New Jersey. And we worked hard throughout COVID to try to pull as much of that work forward because we saw the need for jobs to really help support the economy across the state. For every $1 million that we spend, we bring about 15 jobs to the table. So we want to make sure that we continue to invest in the communities that we operate in and bring those really great jobs through the construction efforts that we have across the state. We try to prioritize based on the biggest need, and that includes our treatment plants as well. And many of our treatment facilities are 60 to 80 years old, and so we've got to start looking at replacing the components of those treatment plants. The times that I've been most proud are when I can help my team accomplish something that they didn't really expect to accomplish or that they didn't think they could. So I really like to fix things. I feel like that's where I find the most pride in my job, is being able to solve an issue or kind of help an organization really achieve more than they expected. I think as a leader, you just have to be consistently strong, and you also have to be very humble. And so I don't want to ever forget where I came from, and I don't want to lose sight of the fact that many times I've been the only woman in the room. I just want to be as inclusive as possible and bring people to the table with those diverse ideas and experiences. Being part of a water utility is such a local kind of a business. I want to be engaged and involved in the communities that we serve wherever I can. And that helps me get connected and really understand what our stakeholders are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. I love being in the office. I love interacting with all the great employees that we have. And to be driving through the Camden community and see all of the efforts that are going into really rebuilding that city and seeing the progress that's being made there, it's just been a tremendous experience for me. On behalf of New Jersey American Water and the great employees that I work with there, I just want to say thank you to New Jersey Alliance for Action. This organization has been so incredibly supportive of infrastructure investment and our industry. These infrastructure investments are so important to the local economy and making sure that we're providing safe, clean, and affordable water to our customers. So thank you so much to the Alliance. We really appreciate your support.
At present, Cheryl serves on the board of Cooper Health, one of South Jersey's largest healthcare systems. She's also a board member of Choose New Jersey. So many seek out her business, operations, and scientific expertise. I can think of no better recipient of the President's Award than Cheryl Norton. It's my pleasure to give the Alliance for Action's Senator Walter Rand's South Jersey Award to the New Jersey Windport. The word game changer is, in my estimation, way overused, but in this case, it's highly appropriate. When construction is finished, the New Jersey Windport in Salem County will help usher in not only a whole new era of energy delivery in our state, but it also positions New Jersey as the nation's leader of ocean wind technology and the huge economic benefits it'll create. The Windport will not only supply the construction needs of wind farms off our own New Jersey coast, but also has the potential to assemble and manufacture the technology to supply power for residents in states up and down the East Coast, and that includes up to 3.5 million homes right here in New Jersey. And when was the last time new manufacturing came to New Jersey? Making the future of this project happen on a daily basis is the leadership of the President and CEO of the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, Tim Sullivan. It's my pleasure to present the Walter Rand South Jersey Award to Tim Sullivan on behalf of the New Jersey Windport.
New Jersey Windport is the first purpose-built offshore wind port in North America to support the rapidly growing offshore wind industry here in New Jersey and all throughout the region. Northern Europe has a number of different ports where you can do marshalling of the wind turbine installation itself and co-locating manufacturing right alongside of it. And that's the vision for what we're trying to do in Lower Alloys Creek and Salem County, is to have manufacturing and marshalling co-located together, which we think is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Marshalling is when is the launching of the turbines to go out to sea, stood up vertically, so pretty tall as the Eiffel Tower in some cases, which means you can't do these just anywhere. And so Salem County And Lower Eloise Creek represents an extraordinarily well-positioned site for just this purpose. I think it's a game changer, and I think Governor Murphy thinks this is a game changer for the South Jersey economy. Now, if you think about South Jersey and Salem County and the counties that surround it, some of the highest persistent unemployment and highest poverty rates in our state. And so this is an extraordinary opportunity to build a brand new industry that takes advantage of Salem County and South Jersey's extraordinarily strong geography as it relates to the offshore wind sector. It's really possible, it's within our grasp, that South Jersey is going to be the capital of American offshore wind. One, it's good for the environment from an emissions perspective to reduce the amount of CO2 and other stuff that's being emitted into the air, and that's good for our kids and our grandkids. It's good for our energy future as well. We're going to control more of our energy destiny. Instead of importing energy, we're going to generate more energy here in New Jersey. That's good. Three, it's economically a huge driver. So if we can do all three of those things at once, that's a win-win-win. We're talking about an industry that is poised to invest more than $100 billion of capital in the next decade or so. That doesn't happen very often. And so we think this is an industry that is up for grabs. We think with investments like the New Jersey Wind Port and some of the other investments in things like the port in Paulsboro and the supply chain investments and the work that BPU has done to procure this energy, we think we can be the #1 state for offshore wind and therefore clean energy in North America. No other state is going to have an asset quite like the wind port in South Jersey where you can do the marshaling co-located with the manufacturing. So we think this could be a project that not only supports and hosts installation and marshaling for New Jersey's projects, but also for projects up and down the eastern seaboard. So we think several hundred construction jobs a year for the next 3 or 4 years as we build out the phases of this project. And then beyond that, we think there's going to be hundreds, if not 1,000 plus manufacturing jobs. We've said from the get-go that this port is going to be built 100% with union labor, and that's an important commitment from Governor Murphy. And we've also said we're going to set a new standard for diversity and inclusion. PSEG has been a great partner in this. We've been hard at work negotiating a very long-term lease with them over the last 1.5 years, almost 2 years. They remain the landowner. This New Jersey wind port in Lower Eloise Creek, we think, is a signature example of a project that will bring together environmental benefits, economic benefits, create good jobs for our partners in building trades and in organized labor, and we think that this is an extraordinary once-in-a-generation opportunity. I'd like to thank Jerry Keenan and the team at the Alliance for Action for recognizing this extraordinary project. On behalf of Governor Murphy and our entire team, I'm honored to accept this award on behalf of the New Jersey Wind Port. We're excited about the potential that this project will have for the future of New Jersey's economy, for the South Jersey economy, and for our clean energy future.
I also want to congratulate Governor Phil Murphy, State Senate President Steve Sweeney, and all the others that are working so hard to make New Jersey the epicenter of the jobs-rich offshore wind energy industry. How do you build a construction business with annual revenues in excess of $100 million? Well, simply put, you do it with hard work, street smarts, and the knowledge acquired through years in the construction world. Our Ellis Wieser Lifetime Achievement Award winner is Tom Farino, the CEO of Farino & Sons. Let's learn more about Tom, his career, and his life. Since 1925, for nearly 100 years, Farino & Sons has specialized as a general contractor, performing all types of concrete, reinforcing steel, utility, and other civil contracting work. Owned by its CEO, Tom Farino, his son Dave, and his nephew, Randy Farino, the company has grown from humble beginnings to its current standing as one of the most successful construction companies in the state, employing about 300 people. Tom Farino says the secret to the company's success is honoring the Farino & Sons slogan, safety, quality, and productivity. Tom's proud to point out that under his watch, the company sometimes doesn't make as much money on every project as it probably should, but he says the quality of workmanship is second to none. Tom Farino has seen the company manage through good times and bad. He says the company was careful never to grow too big and too fast. At 83 years of age, you can still find Tom in the office every day. Why? Take a look at the Latin phrase seen on every one of his trucks, which means, we came, we saw, we conquered. For his hard work, determination, and success, we're proud to honor Tom Farino with the Ellis Wieser Lifetime Achievement Award. Tom Farino has been recognized as a major player in the construction industry for a very long time. We're pleased to honor him with the Ellis Wieser Lifetime Achievement Award. Congratulations, Tom. Well, that wraps up this year's Eagle Award ceremony. I want to thank everyone for joining us in paying tribute to New Jersey's best. I also want to thank Chris Hartman, Bill Healy, Athena Xenios, Penny Grasso, and Lynn Swalje. Without each of you and your work for Team Alliance, today's program would not have been possible. And just a reminder, our room will open up again for networking when we sign off. Well, thanks for being here. We'll see you at our next event. Until then, I'm Jerry Keenan. Have a great day.